Alright, I'm putting it in. Okay, no, so I've overhit that one. It's alright, mate, don't worry, I'll slap it back in the centre. Yeah, I think you've overhit that one as well, to be fair, mate. It's alright, I'll salvage it. Third time's the charm. Too much on it, mate. Don't worry, I'll cushion it back into the mixer. Bonjour, hola, and konnichiwa. Welcome to football this week once again. This, of course, is the series where I bring you the best and more frequently the worst of what football has to offer during the course of the week. For anyone who is maybe a bit concerned that FTW wouldn't be continuing given the fact that FIFA has just come out, which is obviously what I do primarily, don't worry about it. This series should still be coming out weekly. I'm hoping to even expand on this sort of content in the future. You just gotta give me some time until FIFA calms down a little bit. Anyway, this week has been absolutely rammed full of football, and one fixture that promised to be rammed with goals was Watford v City. The history, to be honest with you, doesn't side in favour of Watford, so I can only imagine what ended up happening in the game.
Well, you just knew that was going to happen.
Manchester City beat Watford 8-0. 8 goals to nil in the Premier League. How do you lose a game 8-0 in professional football? Goals from David Silva, Sergio Aguero, Riyad Mahrez, Nicolas Otamendi, Kevin De Bruyne, and a hat-trick from Bernardo Silva completed the scoring. I just don't understand at what point you're 7-0 up and you think, we probably need to wrap this one up, really. Can only imagine what the Watford limbs would have been for Delafeu making it like 12-1 in injury time. Honestly, this was a beating. I'm considering calling the police about it. I think Watford could actually sue them. They tweeted about the 8-0 victory. The replies were really something to behold. This is a team that had 31 shots against Arsenal. Imagine what City would do to them. The whole football club's getting put down when they face City. Listen, lads, I know it's been a tough first half of football. It's literally 14-0 already. But I reckon, honestly, we've just got to get our heads down and we can bring this back in the second. We've conceded again in the time that it took you to say the rest of that sentence. Right, okay, suddenly it all makes sense. I think most City fans will be ecstatic with the result. I mean, they are literally unplayable, more than I've ever seen from any team sometimes. Most will want to jump for joy, unless you're Captain Raheem Sterling on fantasy football, and then you'll want to jump off a cliff instead. But all I can say is, lads, at least you're not a Tottenham fan. Spurs managed to get knocked out of the Carabao Cup at the hands of League 2 side Colchester United. League 2 side Colchester. They lost on penalties after drawing 0-0. Are you some kind of dickhead? Listen, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Colchester took that penalty in the shootout and still beat Tottenham. How does this happen? Lucas Moura was the man who missed the deciding penalty in the end. Seems like his search for more trophies than just the Audi Cup may well be continuing.
Now I'm panicking.
Don't panic.
No, I am, because I'm going to lose my job.
Tottenham at this point have ruined as many away trips as Thomas Cook this year. Unfortunately for them, there was no VAR to help them on this occasion. That's very rich of me, because I'm a Liverpool fan. VAR is literally consistently helping us. Instead, it had a very, very different conclusion for Tottenham. If you were trying to keep up with the game on Instagram, you probably weren't able to. The Carabao Cup's account was hacked. Just don't ask me how this happens. Some guy was on it and was trying to get girls to ask for rates or something. I don't know. Whoever did it was clearly in year 8 still. That's the only explanation. Back to the Premier League, and Manchester United are just as horrendous. They managed to lose 2-0 to a decidedly average West Ham side. Andrei Yarmolenko got the goal scoring going, and then a ridiculously good free kick, in fairness, from Aaron Cresswell managed to seal the 3 points, but West Ham weren't particularly amazing. It was just more that United were terrible. I mean, it doesn't help they've got a stupid amount of injuries. There's honestly more fitness in an A&E department than in that club right now. It's all right, though. Paul Pogba's back from injury and he's got a new hairstyle. We all know what that means.
Absolutely world class.
They had to play Jesse Lingard up top. It's begging for disaster. The man hasn't scored since, like, 2007, has he?
Coming to question again.
It's alright, to be honest. It's not like Manchester United fans and club legends piled on loads of pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the club to perform really well this season. Like,
let him sign it, let him write whatever numbers he wants to put on there, give him what he's done now since he's come in, and let him sign the contract and go. Ole's at the wheel, man. He's doing it. He's doing his thing. Man United are back.
Now, I don't know how to break the news here, Rio, but no, it's Arsenal v United next, and there's a lot on the line. Probably each manager's job. I imagine whoever loses is probably getting the sack, really. Hopefully, we'll see actual football from Socrates during the game, instead of a scene where he looks like he's setting up for some very triple X content. What is even going on here? To be honest, he could probably do a job up top for United these days. FIFA's The Best Awards were this week, and it caused some very interesting and controversial content. The main award was won by Lionel Messi over the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk. A lot of people were suggesting that it should have gone differently. Personally, I agree. I think Lionel Messi should have won this one. The reason I thought Van Dijk should have won the UEFA award was because he won the UEFA Champions League, whereas Lionel Messi and Barcelona underachieved quite dramatically in that competition. Ronaldo seemed pretty sure he had it in the bag going into things.
Cristiano, you're the best. Of course I'm the best. Check the last Monday. Who win the best?
The future. In the very near future, we have discovered life on other planets. Of course, before long, we would have an interplanetary cup.
Alright, big man, what is this woman talking about? This interview at the Best Awards, for some reason, this woman started talking about intergalactic cups or something between us and aliens. I wish I could provide actual context, but I don't know what she was talking about. And at the end of it, Mourinho had just literally had enough.
Thank you for your honesty, really, thank you. But you have to stay here with me. Why don't you want to go? Okay, you want to go?
The cringe is so bad. FIFA's best team of the year featured Sergio Ramos and Marcelo, two players who have played for Real Madrid, the most underperforming team in the whole of the world this year, got in the team of the year. How has Robertson nor Trent Alexander-Arnold, who won the Champions League, not got in? Marcelo could spend his 12 months kicking puppies and he'd still get into this team of the year, I swear. Megan Rapinoe was asked who she wanted to win the main award. Her response was controversial as ever.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Virgil, just for how cute he is.
I'm sorry, I don't buy into this whole if roles were reversed, everyone would be offended. For a start, everyone seems to be offended now, so the point is completely void anyway. It's clearly said tongue-in-cheek, she's lesbian anyway, so it's not said in a predatory fashion. If a gay footballer said a female footballer was cute, would anyone actually care? Don't say retrospectively yes, because you wouldn't. What actually is this world coming to? The Scum decided to write an article on James Maddison wearing a terrible rucksack. He responded saying it'd been worse if he turned up holding a Sun newspaper. I mean, you're not wrong, son. James, you're a Housery Award winner. How do you feel? But it's that time once again. Still 0-0 is returning to your computer screens. This is a segment where we take a look at the best of Sunday League football. And honestly, we have got an absolute cracker this time around. So for this Sunday League team, their kit man, who happened to be bringing the shorts for the game, unfortunately got stuck in traffic. Knowing that the game couldn't be put further back, half of the team managed to borrow shorts from the opposition, but there wasn't enough, so the other half had to play in their boxers for like half the game. Just when you think there can't be anything more ridiculous happening in Sunday League football, something like this occurs. I guess it's fair to say the kit man really didn't get the briefs for this one, because like briefs are a type of underwear in it. So Martin Odegaard won man of the match over in Spain for Real Sociedad and was rewarded with a fish. I have no more context for the situation. I don't really know what I could offer there. Corby Town scored in the Emirates FA Cup, but unfortunately the admin of the Twitter account was not at hand to deal with the situation. They missed the goal because they were ordering an Uber. What do you mean? Where are you going to in this Uber? It's your job to be at the stadium.
يجري على طول إيريك تراوري. يا سلام عليك يا محمود يا جد. طلع بره منطقة جزاء وما يقدرش يمسك، وادي الكرة متسقطة في المرمى. مش ممكن. يا روعة.
I mean, it's not bad goalkeeping, is it really? That, though, is it for football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed. Once again, this has been rammed, man. The amount of football this week has been insane. I know I missed a few things this week. I didn't really get a chance to talk about them, but that's what I was saying at the start. I want to be able to do more of this type of content so I can kind of talk about everything that actually happens in a week, even if it gets its own separate video. Let me know what you think of that down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this one, though, slap a like on it and subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It's at @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves and goodbye.